Hey everyone, Steve Milloy here. Anthony Fauci is back from a severe case of West Nile virus, a mosquito-borne disease that has been in the U.S. since at least 1999. I'm talking about this today because Fauci blamed global warming for the mosquito that bit him in his Washington, D.C. area backyard. Fauci wrote in the New York Times, quote, "As climate change makes it easier for mosquitoes to proliferate in many places, West Nile virus disease as well as other mosquito-borne illnesses are emerging as greater threats in this country and elsewhere," end quote. As with COVID and AIDS before that, Fauci is full of nonsense. First, mosquitoes are endemic to the U.S. and the Washington, D.C. area. When the site for the nation's capital was selected in 1790, it was malarial swampland and remained so for the next 150 years. Improved sanitary conditions controlled mosquitoes and reduced malaria in the early 20th century, but it wasn't until the development and use of DDT in the 1940s that malaria was finally eradicated in the U.S. in 1951. And of course, this was all well before the climate hoax started, so mosquitoes had quite a good run in pre-global warming America. Now, Fauci must be presumed to know this history. After all, he was head of the National Institutes of Health's National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, malaria being an infectious disease. Yet here he is in the New York Times blaming global warming. So where did the mosquito that bit him come from? Well, instead of blaming global warming, Fauci should be blaming radical greens. Starting with Rachel Carson's ridiculous book, Silent Spring, published in 1962, radical greens have been campaigning against insecticide use. So when a traveler brought West Nile virus to the U.S. in 1999, there were lots of mosquitoes available to carry and transmit the disease. And that's how Fauci eventually got West Nile virus. If we don't develop new insecticides to combat mosquitoes, you can expect a host of mosquito-borne diseases to reemerge in the U.S. and elsewhere, including malaria, dengue fever, yellow fever, Zika, and others. You may have heard that insecticides are dangerous. Well, they don't have to be other than to pests. DDT, for example, was amazingly safe. Everything you've ever heard about DDT, in fact, is probably wrong. I invite you to check out my New York Times endorsed piece entitled 100 Things You Should Know About DDT. Like much of our public health bureaucracy, Fauci is just full of it. Stay up with the latest in public health lying and the climate hoax. Follow me on X @JunkScience and at my website, junkscience.com. Thanks for watching.